To the Mike Sipple report. Here we go. Big news. And like I say, every day there's something going on. So 1.6 million dozen eggs are now being recalled. First, we had the explosive diarrhea, and now we have these eggs. Possible salmonella contamination. 1.6 million dozen eggs. And first, we have the Midwest Poultry Services. This is the company they recalled, according to the new notice from the FDA. Almost 1.6 million dozen. That's a lot of eggs. That's a lot of food that gone to waste. And well, these eggs are brown cage eggs, and they are also the white eggs. Now, here is the important part. Here's the numbers and the best by date. July 20th through August 17th. That is the shelf date. And then we have a code number R, P1950 or 0840962, the Julian date between 157 and 184. So I don't know if you have to contact the store where you bought this. A lot of these were sold at Kroger. So can you imagine this? You ate some lettuce, you went to Taco Bell, you had an egg. I mean, you're going to really be sick. You could get possible salmonella with these contaminated eggs, and absolutely a parasite with explosive diarrhea. And talking about explosive diarrhea, here comes some more. A new outbreak, explosive diarrhea. FDA is now investigating it. There is a new explosive diarrhea outbreak in the United States of America. The FDA is investigating a second Psychospora outbreak. And on the website, the FDA has now identified 72 new cases of this explosive diarrhea. I don't know if it's more powerful. I don't know if it really like pops, like you can't even make it to the toilet. Like you're just going to crap your pants wherever you're standing as soon as you feel it. I don't know how hard this is going to hit. And this is a different outbreak from the Taylor Farms outbreak. The shredded lettuce, all heard about that. Basically, this is in the Midwest too. So like the other one was in the Midwest, this one is now establishing in the Midwest. And hardest hit again is Michigan. The FDA is doing and initiated a trace back to determine the cause. So be careful eating lettuce and all this other stuff. And let's get on to some juicy news, because here we go. Donald Trump said today he will sit home and cry if the Republicans terminate the filibuster. Yes, you heard me right. It came right out of his mouth. You could look it up. You could see it. This is Donald Trump speaking. He will sit there and cry. So Donald Trump now says he will sit home and cry if the Republicans don't terminate the filibuster, don't pass the Save American Act agenda. Because if they don't, then the Democrats will get 40 more electoral votes from making D.C. and Puerto Rico a state. I guess he really doesn't want Puerto Rico to be a state or something like that. I'm not sure. He doesn't want the Democrats to get these 40 extra votes, electoral votes. So he's not happy about it. And he said he will go home and weep if this happens. And he will be crying at home. And his speech was a little odd, to say the least. And this is Mr. Donald Trump saying he's going to cry and cry like a baby. So that's all the news I have today. If you like this video, I'll have more news tomorrow. It's straight out, just no editing, raw video, political, this and that. Mike Sipple Report, building a channel. And if you like this, please subscribe. Really appreciate it. On the road to 100,000 subscribers. Give it a hype. I'm trying to, establish something that with the hype. It's a new YouTube feature and the like. I really appreciate it. Thank you for stopping by, and I'll see you on the next report. Everyone, welcome to the Mike Sipple Report, and here we go. Another day filled with absolute news, because there's always something going down with the Trump administration. Now, first report is, did you see Mr. Donald Trump at giving his speech in Georgia today? While it was a Trump speech combo rally, this and that. Well, I don't know if it was one of his people, one of the MAGAs, one of the Republicans, but there was someone sitting. You have to check the video out. It's absolutely hysterical. There was someone sitting behind him, and as Mr. Donald Trump did his speech. You know how he always does his hand movements and his lips and all that other stuff. The person was doing exactly what Mr. Donald Trump was doing. It was hysterical, right to the T. And the funny thing is, Donald Trump kept going and going, and no one stopped this guy, absolutely mocking him mercilessly. It was so good. So if you have a chance, look this video up and get a good laugh. And another, there's so much news today. Here's some other, this is a big one. The House of Representatives just passed a massive Pentagon budget, which includes Section 219, the Israeli-U.S. Military Cooperation section of the National Defense Authorization Act, where the House, they voted, and the tally was 216 to 212. 6 Democrats voted for the bill. 7 Republicans voted against it. If these Democrats would have voted against it, this bill would not have gone through. But it's 1.15 trillion. Read my lips. Trillion, not billion, would it be? This is a defense spending bill. Absolutely incredible. Yes, we have money to piss away with the Pentagon and all this other stuff. And this is basically for the fiscal year of 2027 and to beef up Donald Trump and this war he's doing and all this other crap. And the thing that sucks about this is you think they come up with all this money, they would help the freaking American people. No, they just waste and piss money away. There's no lowering the tariffs. We didn't get a deal with that. No, the businesses got the deal. They passed the tariff on to us. Our groceries are still high. Fuel is absolutely sky high. There's no break. Medicare, Medicaid, absolutely nothing. Insurance is sky high. People don't have jobs. But freaking this Trump administration finds money to piss away on this package deal. And here's some more news, and it's pretty interesting. A federal judge ordered today Trump family and his inner circle, his most inner circle, to be subpoenaed as Trump lawsuit backfires. Okay, we're all well aware Donald Trump is suing the BBC, and it backfired even more now than it did before. So he has, he has to now hand over his financial records and of as many businesses to the Donald Trump Provocable Trust to the BBC in Discovery. And we all know what Discovery is. It leaves the door wide open for things to be discovered. And basically, this is when you go to trial and all this other crap. So the federal judge also ruled that many of the individuals in the Trump family and his most inner circle can now face subpoenas. And let's name a few people because it's interesting. We have Ivanka Trump. We have Eric Kashner, whatever his name is, Steve Bannon, Stephen Miller, Michael Flynn. And there's other individuals, according to the Bloomberg report, that will be subpoenaed by the BBC. Absolutely astonishing development, and it's going to be interesting. And by the way, folks, if you like this channel, I'm going to always do news. It's going to be raw, unedited, just straight out news. And if you like it, please give it a subscribe, like it, follow it. Also do the hype, because that's a new thing on YouTube, the hype. And also I'm going to be doing some footage for a new YouTube channel. It's Condesandio con Janet. Condesandio con Janet. It's a cooking show. And I'm going to start doing that on Sundays. Thank you so much, and see you on the next video, because you know what? There's always something going down in America with this Trump administration. And thank you for watching the Mike Sipple Report. Mike Sipple Report, and here we go. This is big news. So we all know that the World Cup is over with, and there's been a lot of crazy calls, this and that. People were upset, countries were upset, and they were calling for the FIFA's president to be canned, fired. Well, I don't know if he's going to keep his job or not, but here we go. Mr. Donald Trump seeks to nominate FIFA's president as Secretary General of the United Nations. Yes, you heard me right. This is not reporting from The Onion. This is true facts, and here we go. So, this is exclusive reporting from the New York Post saying that Gianni Infantino, Mr. Donald Trump, wants to nominate him for this position. And we will see what happens. If he even wants this job, he takes this job. This position for the United Nations Secretary General will be up at the end of December, where they would need a new person. And Mr. Trump wants to nominate this guy for the position. And we will see what happens. It's a developing story. And here's some other news and next report. So, the Pentagon is basically running out of money. Yes, you heard me right. They get billions and billions of taxpayer dollars every year. But you know what? This Iran war is costing them some big money, and they're running low. I mean, really low. Low as how low can you go? So Pete Hegseth, because, with Mr. Donald Trump, they're trying to scramble and get some money. They are desperately asking Congress for more money as the United States is preparing, quote, for a wider war, according to the Washington Post. This is reporting from them. And Pete Hegseth is going to Capitol Hill. I think he went today, and he's trying as hard as he could to get Congress to give supplemental funding for the Pentagon, to get through this, to beef it up and all this other stuff. But let's see what happens. They're trying to get billions of dollars. I heard it's in the ballpark from 60 billion to 80 billion. I'm not really sure. I'm just, doing a quick little notes here. And let's see what happens with this, if they do get it or not. But it's a lot of money. It's a lot of money being wasted. And let's all not forget, this war, it is a war that never had congressional approval. And there we are spending billions upon billions of dollars fighting Iran, and United States service members are being killed from the bombs and everything else. Okay, my last report today, I wrote it down, and here we go. Republicans are demanding to pass the SAVE Act. This is kind of a little crazy story. They want this SAVE Act passed because Olive Garden has a never-ending pasta bowl. Wait until you hear the connection about this. So the Republicans are now they were asking Congress to pass the SAVE Act, a voter suppression style bill meant to restrict certain people from voting. And their rationale on this is that to get the pass for the never-ending salad bowl, you have to show ID. So now they want they want to show ID for this voting and everything else. And here's the exact quote. They said, because you need an ID to show and prove that the card holder for the never-ending pasta bowl. Okay, I don't know who came up with that idea, but it's whatever. You should have an ID to vote, therefore, to pass the SAVE Act. All I know is when I go and vote, I break out all my stuff. I break out my voter card. I break out my identification, my driver's license. I sit there, I talk, I give my information, and then I go over to the voting booth, and I basically vote Democrat, because I'll never vote Republican. So you know what? That's the facts, Jack, and let's see what happens. But they are comparing this to the never-ending pasta bowl at the Olive Garden. By the way, I do like those breadsticks. They're really good. And they have a really nice margarita. Just, in case you're getting that never-ending pasta, just get a nice margarita, a nice classic margarita on the rocks with a salted rim. Absolutely delicious. Way to go, Olive Garden. By the way, if you like this channel, please subscribe and give it a hype. It's a new thing on YouTube. Trying to get my channel to reach. My goal is to reach 100,000 subscribers. I want to get that nice little plaque. It would mean the world to me to try to reach that goal. I've been trying for a while, and I'd really appreciate it if you tell your friends, subscribe, this and that. Give it a like, give it a follow, and hype this video. By the way, I have a friend that's doing a cooking channel. They just started. It's called Cocienda con Janet. It's going to be some nice recipes. I'm going to help out shooting the videos, And let's see where that goes too. But check them out. They're new on YouTube. Thank you so much for subscribing. Take care, everyone, and see you on the next report. Breaking news. Here we go. A completely awkward moment at FIFA. Yes, you heard me right. This was the championship game, the final. And Mr. Donald Trump, after Spain won, went over and shook their hands, this and that, the players' hands, but did not leave. And FIFA's president came across, raced over urgently, pulling at him. I mean, tugging on him, like trying to get him to go. And Mr. Donald Trump refused to leave because he knew he was in the limelight and he wanted to celebrate. It was basically he wanted to be part of it, like he was part of the team. And we know he's all about himself and worldwide praise and narcissism and everything else. So he stood there, even though FIFA's president tugged, pushed, everything, tried to get him out of there. You just get out of there before the players start celebrating. But it didn't happen. Donald Trump pushed him away and stood there as the team celebrated and jumped up and down and this and that. Then the fireworks went off. And what did the FIFA's president do? He just waved it off. He's like, I'm done. It was actually the most funniest, awkward moment I've ever seen. Once again, somehow, Donald Trump makes it about him, ends up in the spotlight, and he looks absolutely ridiculous. This is pretty good news, too. Here's another report. All right, so Congress pushes the daylight savings time. It's about to become permanent. Yes, it's going to be, basically we're going to have like winter hours. In the winter, it's not going to get light until, I think they said like New Jersey is going to be like 8:38, Midwest, Central, whatever, 8:51. The sun's gonna come up. I mean, that is absolutely crazy. You're going to be at work going on break, and you're going to be like, the people that start early, 7 o'clock, you're going to be like, what the heck? It's still dark out. I mean, this basically is becoming reality as it's quickly went through Congress, the state Senate now, and then the House of Republicans, the House of Representatives, whatever. It's going through pretty quick. I know I said Republicans. It's basically the House of Representatives. And so this stuff is moving, and it's moving quick. So let's see what happens. And it looks like it's going to pass this time. And I guess in the summer, it has no effect. I guess the days are still going to be long because I do like 8:45, 9 o'clock. It's still light out, around June, the end of June. And this is a good one. I posted this video on, I think it was on one of my shorts, my YouTube shorts. It's actually funny. So I always fool around with my Trump supporter neighbor, Die Hard. If you've seen my videos, they're funny. I do some shorts, some skits, and this and that. So I have this big, giant speaker that I go out on the porch with. And every now and then I throw a little jab, a little jabby. So today, a couple of weeks ago, I got in, she called the cops on me for making too much noise with all my friends and family. We were like celebrating the World Cup game. And it was actually good. It was from Mexico, by the way. We love Mexico and this and that. So she called the cops and we had to quiet it down. So today, Sunday morning, I had my big giant speaker. I did a nice wake up call. I did the go. I used that as my sound effect and it was so good. I mean, I blasted it and it just kept going on and on. And it was hysterical. She probably was like, where the heck is that noise coming from? But it was a gag. It was good. And then I went back in the house before she even knew what happened. I probably woke her up. So, folks, I know there's a lot of other good news today. I kept it on the light side. And if you like this channel, please give it a subscribe. I really appreciate it. I'm on the road to 100,000 subscribers. That's my goal. And to also hype it. It's a new thing on YouTube. And I really appreciate a like. And I'll see you tomorrow on the next report because there's always something happening. And thank you so much for watching.